Hello everyone, Jim here, Lacey here. Lacey is a golden retriever, 1 year old, who came in for our residency training program. Her mom had done a real good job with her. She's had all her commands on her, with treats of course. Our job was to try to calm her down a little bit, try to get her less excitable and less anxious at times, and also to be able to get her to walk on a leash without having to have a harness on all the time. One of the things I said about hyper happy, that's what she is, anxious, very timid around loud noises in special situations. I believe the only real chance we have with that is to become their leader and then try to provide as many repetitions in these situations as we can, so our dog starts to rely on us as being a constant in those situations, that we're there for them, that we have their back, and there is a protection and security when they're with us. So keep that in mind. We're going to work her. I'm going to try to encourage her. One of the things I talk about with happy hyper dogs, I am going to praise, but praise calmly. She gets really excited around other people and such. We have to wait and reward calm and not the craziness. So she is happy hyper. She also has a little bit of focus issues from time to time. Hopefully that'll not affect us with training. If she misses it, we're going to bite it. And our bite or consequence is not designed to intimidate or dominate. We're communicating, we're touching, okay? Just like another dog would with her, like when she was a puppy. You ready, sweetheart? Let's go. So you heard that tone. I still want to encourage her to walk with me. This is the let's go command. I want her right here beside me when we're working. I don't want her pulling off. I don't want her jumping. I don't want her freaking out when she sees someone. If she starts to move away from me, I'm just gonna, good girl, I'm gonna tap the leash right back to my side. And I'll tell her no when I tap it, and then I'm gonna repeat the let's go, and then try to give her calm praise whenever she's doing what we want. Let's go. Good girl. So we're walking, we're changing directions. Now we don't do that all the time, but in the beginning we do it just to try to help get that focus. You remember I was telling you about a loss of focus. Sit. Hand signal for sit. We ask her to sit. She has to sit. If she didn't sit, I would tap the leash up and tell her no sit, or if she popped up out of that sit, I would tap the leash straight up, no sit. Again, not to intimidate or dominate. And you see me give her calm praise. I want her to relax and be calm as much as we can. So I'm not going to excite her except for when we're playing. Okay, hand signal here is for the sit, and she has to hold that sit until we release her. Good girl. So we've done that from the sit command. Now down. Good girl. That's a good girl. Down is lay down by her side, hand signal by the side. She has to down. She has to hold it until we release her. And one of the ways we can release her is go into let's go. We can go sit. Oh, a little bug, huh? Good girl. And she still has to hold it. Let's go. Come back around. Let's turn her. Sit. Good girl. Hand signal again for the sit. She holds that sit. As I just said there, we can move from one command to another. I'm going to pull a little treat out. She's not looking. I'm going to do the release command. The release command is break. I step back, look at her coming in, give her a treat, pet her, love her. That's all I wanted for a break. I want her to come to me. I don't want her to pull the leash. She can't do that. If she ever pulls the leash again, when we have the leash, we're going to tap back towards us. But I encourage the break. Break. Gets her excited about wanting to come, use a treat. She's used to treats. And that's the precursor to the come command. Excuse me. So when we're ready to do the come, she's already happy with the break. She's already happy knowing coming to me, we're the center of her universe is what we want to do, okay? So when we want to do the COME, and I've got another treat, I love to use treats with the come command, okay? She's watching me, watch my hand signal, she comes. This time she sits, if you will. Good girl, break. She has to come and sit. Now, if she was off leash, what would happen is we're walking around, and we're off leash, pretend like, hey, come. I got her attention, hey, showed the treat. She knew I had the treat, break. But I did not tell her to come until she started to commit to me. If I said, hey, and she said, okay, you're nothing special to me, I didn't lose that word, C-O-M-E, for her. I waited till she was happy, excited, and had committed to coming to me to implant that word. It is so important for puppies and young dogs to do that. And when they do come to you, we never want to do anything that would be considered punishment or no fun, like getting her and putting her up in the house so you can leave to go to work. No, we always distance ourselves on the come. She comes to us, we break her, we release her, we spend a little bit of time, and we go on from there. Okay, sweetheart, sit. Oh, a little slow there. She was looking over here, but that's okay. Down. This is the down from in front, all right? Down from the side, down from the front. She did really good with us. Good girl. See how she's closing her eyes and eating up on that praise? Calm praise again for the hyper dog, for the anxious dog, okay? Good girl. Let's go. So the next thing we're going to do is the PLACE command. That's where she gets on her bed. She can lay down, sit down, stand up, read a book. I don't care what she does as long as she stays on the bed. She likes it most times. She gets excited and she'll stay on it for an hour or two. And we have other dogs out with that. She's got other dogs at home. You're going to have to work on that because she's going to be ready to play because of that hyper happy if you're not the leader. Hand signal, please. So you see, I started giving the hand signal and she started going to it right off, okay? I tell her, she gets on bed. As soon as she got on the bed, I petted her. I could have given her a treat if I wanted. And people, if you like to give treats, do it. Just don't give it every time and make sure it's for the best of the best, if you will. If she started to get off here, I would bite her and I would tell her no, place, and I would bite right back to the center of the bed, okay? I wouldn't bite over here because now she's gonna come over here and walk off back to the center of the bed. She's sitting right now. If she lay down, she could chew. I don't care. I don't give any other command but place when she's there, okay? Let's go. So the other, sit, would be the heel command. The heel command is just a much tighter let's go. We have a box. We want her in the box. It's her job to try to stay in the box. In the beginning, we go forward, heel. We go, we stop, and she sits. And she has to hold that sit, good girl, when we move off. Once we get that down, heel, we're gonna go. I'm out of the box. See how she's coming back in. I wouldn't stop in the middle of that turn. I would stop when we got through. Good girl, okay? So I went around. It's hard for her to stay there. I come out of the turn. I kept walking, okay, until she had a chance to recover. That's what heel is. If I'd have stopped in the middle of the turn, she messed up. Guess what? I messed up. We always want to succeed with her. We want to praise her and any dog at least 20 times more than we bite them when we're working, okay? Let's go. We want them to have fun. That's why if a dog is really treat motivated, she is, we use them. Again, we use them for the best of the best. We want her to get excited and try to want to perform to do what we need. Last thing here is to load up. Load up. Girl, right. Good girl. Loading up is if she wants to load up in a vehicle and she's going to be allowed on the furniture. We tell her to load up or hup or whatever the command we want to give. She can get up there. When we ask her to get off, we'll just tell her to get off, give a command for that, off, or the brake command, okay? If she jumped on the furniture and we didn't want, and we decided she was only going to be allowed on the furniture when we commanded, that would be a bite, just a no, and she'd get back on the ground. She's a good girl. She's going to need repetition to help with that anxiety. Yeah, the hyper too. She's not going to be one of these dogs that ever is going to chill, at least in my opinion. Yeah, she's going to tone down as she gets older, but she just has that makeup, just like some of us have the makeup to go, 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 go. You know I'm here for you. You pick up the phone, give me a call, 336-945-3232. The thing about it is if you ever need me, you just pick up the phone and call me. There is no charge for you when you need to come back and work. I'll be checking on you, and anyone else out there have questions, feel free to let me know. Thank you so much, and God bless.